Hello guys, Omni here. We're going to be picking up today with the second part of the Doctor Who Series 12 premiere. Last episode, whew, that was such a fun, just cheery, well-produced, well-paced, well-put-together episode. And then that climactic reveal, that cliffhanger reveal at the end of the episode, holy crap, it just blew me out of the water. I know we can never write off the Master, but I did not expect them to be coming back into the place so soon. And with this little twist, this turn, what's going to happen? And Sacha Dhawan, his performance was just perfection as far as what he was trying to do with the character. It very much kind of feels very John Simi. So who knows? I really can't wait to see where this goes from here. I mean, this episode set up a lot of varying ideas. We got the Master. We have these light beings, wherever they might be from, here coming for our universe. Everything we've been told is a lie. There's some kind of hints that there may even be multiple Earths and multiple realities. I know we've seen one parallel Earth before. So who knows? Maybe that'll tie into it. Maybe that'll be the next jump, or maybe that's just part of the lies that the Master is talking about. What is the big lie? Maybe we'll find out this episode, but I can't wait to see where this goes. Last episode was one of the best opening episodes that we've had for the show in a long time. And I really just can't wait to see how this all kicks off and resolves and what kind of impact maybe this might have for the rest of the season. We will see. But here we go. We're going to dive in right now. Here we go.
What would you say to the others if they were here? Don't panic.
Oh no. What is that?
Could be a clue. Could be inside something. Oh, I hope it's not liver. I hate being inside livers. People always get so offended. What are you doing in my liver again? Hello?
4cc pocket. No way. Connect the cable to your phone.
I realise you have questions.
Where are you?
You're not gonna die. Second of all, don't talk back to the screens. Obviously, I'm a recording and I can't hear you.
Oh, this is reminds me of Blink.
And I did just say don't talk back to the screens. Use it to communicate with the engines via the aircraft wiring.
Is it an app to fly the plane?
This is their realm. This is where they're from.
You got us level, Ryan. Good lad.
Dude, that is crazy.
I was great.
Oh, what's his
Have a clue.
TARDIS look like? Dude,
Calibration. How has she got there?
alright, where's she at? Where'd she go?
Getting 19th century. The marvelous apparating man. Lady. Apparating lady. Every time. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
the incredible shrinking device. Want to be smaller, ladies? You can. Happy couple.
Said go.
Do not move.
Down, Doctor. Don't have a TARDIS.
home grenade.
Do have an Ada.
I do have an Ada.
A mastermind who builds them a machine which stabilizes them in this world. In his hut, multiple Earths, except not multiple Earths. Multiple time periods. These creatures are just
Okay.
alien spy-
I was kind of hoping for the multiple Earths
I need to
parallel
go back to
Earths
where I
thing,
came
but
from.
oh well.
Find my friend.
Oh,
Doctor knew him. How come she couldn't recognize him? He said that he knew the doc when she was a man. And that first night we met, she told me and Grace that she'd been through something called Regeneration. Like her whole body had changed.
We've spent all this time with her, we don't even know where she's from.
I did keep a couple of those spy gadgety things.
Me too.
Hey,
Oh. Where are you now?
Paris, 1943. Oh no.
Oh my lord.
I know you're here! This guy, come on, out here! Just stop your force, something! Do you mean I didn't read the instructions? Don't scream, don't!
Oh. Oh, this is so goofy. I mean, if it works.
Thanks for coming. I didn't have a choice. What do I have to do to get you to say, well done?
Well done. We finished.
No.
Oh! That took a turn.
If this works, I'm gonna need you to find something for me. This is a very personal code.
Ooh.
The rhythm of two hearts. Contact.
Oh.
Old school.
You're not the only one who can do classic. You've got me cornered. I'll meet you.
It's worse than Jodrell Bank.
did I ever apologize for that?
No? So what, you brought the Kasaavin to Earth?
They were already here. The Kasaavin are embedded across the whole of this universe. Spies from another dimension. And, I mean, you know me. I can't help myself. Have to stick my oar in.
Use the device.
Must change the ringtone, since it's a voicemail. Probably just asking if I've had an accident in the last 5 years.
Why didn't you die when the Kasaavin attacked you?
Me and Yaz, both time travelers, fizzing with Artron energy. What deal have you made with them?
I showed them and Barton what was possible.
I don't understand.
No, I know you don't. But you will. Barton and those creatures do the dirty work, and once they're done, I get rid of them, having destroyed your precious human race in the process. Win-win. I mean, how else would I get your attention? When did you last go home?
What do you mean?
Someone destroyed it. Our home.
What?
Erased to the ground.
Now finish what you were saying.
What have you done?
Sends a message to the Brits.
Get played.
Facial perception filter.
Very easy to jam.
Now they'll see the real you. Good luck.
So arrogant. Didn't even change the appearance.
Ha ha ha. Just left his Tardis there in the house form.
Picking.
Human DNA. That's what they were testing.
How much of that did you understand?
I'm still pretty lost too, don't worry. What is going on?
Anyone feel like this is something we should be worried about?
That's a lot of light, dudes.
A handful of us will remain sentient in order to supervise for the rest of you. Welcome to the end of your lives.
What?
And erasing all their DNA simultaneously.
Erasing their DNA. Oh, the DNA work that way? No.
built a failsafe into that machine. Planted a virus.
You're gonna have to explain yourself to them, Doctor.
Am I?
Barton and those creatures do the dirty work, and once they're done, I get rid of them, having destroyed your precious human race.
Get wrecked.
You have a lot of explaining to do.
Who are they? And are we being replaced?
How did you manage to save our lives on a plane?
The plane.
She hasn't done that part yet. Oh, wow. I'm glad we're seeing some of the Doctor's psychic abilities coming back into play.
When did you last go home? You should really take a look.
Oh. What happened? After everything they did.
Geo-activated. If you're seeing this, you've been to Gallifrey. I did.
What?
I had to make them pay for what I discovered. Everything we were told was a lie. We're not who we think.
What?
The whole existence of our species built on the lie of the timeless child. Do you see it?
What?
Who are you, Doc? I mean, really?
I was born on a planet called Gallifrey. I'm a Time Lord. I can regenerate my body. I stole this Tardis and I ran away. The Master was one of my oldest friends. We went very different ways. Questions? Can we visit it? Your home? Another time.
Ah! Dang it. Are you serious? Oh. That was such a intense wrap up there. I think like the overall like setup of the episodes, what they were pretty much about, the whole Kasaavin thing with the Master and Barton was just, it was fun. It was cool. It was neat. It was interesting. I still don't necessarily understand how that plan was supposed to work. But everything between the Doctor and the Master that we've learned in this is amazing. I know there's, for shows like Doctor Who and X-Files and any kind of shows that has this kind of like adventure of the week kind of setup, there's usually a kind of a divide, I think, in a lot of groups that are like, well, I prefer the standalone episodes, or I prefer the ones that have like a connective thread to like the main story. And that's one thing that I felt was, for me personally, because as much as I grew up like obsessed with X-Files and that kind of like this kind of like genre, or I wouldn't say genre, this kind of like format for shows, I just really kind of gravitate towards it. And as much as I do like the standalone stuff, a lot of the single contained episodes, some of those are the best in any of these series, period. But I personally, I really like to see the story progressing. And last season, I didn't feel like there was any of that at all, even with the Doctor herself. Or the narrative that had been left behind, the threads, because like there was like even from Eccleston to Tennant to Smith to Capaldi, there was a through line all the way through, even though it got more disconnected between certain gaps, but it all kind of had a through line. And until we hit like last season, some more so than others, of course. Capaldi's doesn't always tie into the greater whole of things. But it just all worked in together, and it doesn't have to always be there. It definitely doesn't. I'm not saying that you can't just kind of focus on something new, but I really like when we're expanding and diving into the lore of the world, the mythos of the world, the showing a growth, evolution, path, trajectory for the Doctor for these adventures. And I feel like this is pulling it back into frame with, again, the destruction of Gallifrey, the Master's return. Does Missy remember this? She can't have, can she? Who knows? Since they did confirm that Missy is the final iteration of the Master. So this is an earlier iteration. A lot of people are thinking this is post John Sim. We don't really know. This could really be just a version of the Master anytime before he became Missy. But this being said, that's such a huge thing to know. And I know Missy had some memory problems, I think, if I remember right. But I don't know, for doing something crazy like this, obliterating Gallifrey, even though Gallifrey has been under threat before, it's been destroyed and lost, even though unknowingly to us and the Doctor themselves, they didn't know that it was safe. It was actually just in that little pocket dimension. What is this thing about the timeless child? I don't recall anything from that. I know I've spent a lot of time on reading about some of the more expanded things that are outside the shows and whatnot. Does this have anything to do with the hybrid? Is this something new? Is this maybe like where Time Lords originated? This timeless child, are they somehow connected? Something about either lies being directly told to the Master and the Doctor specifically, or about what they're told as Time Lords or Gallifreyans from birth into Time Lordship is different, is not exactly true. Maybe something about how the Time Lords came to be, gained their power, their ability to regenerate, maybe something about the start of their species. And that's the kind of things I love to I thrive on, is like expanding the world and the lore, exploring our characters, their directions, their paths, their pasts, and stuff like that. And I really want to know what this is going in. And you can always, like in later shows and later seasons and things, you're like, oh, everything you knew was a lie, is always kind of the thing you can kind of throw out there. The X-Files season 10 was definitely a very, very reminiscent recent version of that, which pretty much ruined the way you look back on the first original 9 seasons, because it doesn't make any sense anymore, whereas it used to. So the thing with, at least with Doctor Who, is you have that ability to play with time and the timelines have been rebooted. I mean, Matt Smith rebooted the universe essentially at one point. So I mean, there's so much more possibilities for some of that to work a lot more fluidly in the Doctor Who universe. And I want to see where this is going. I like how the Master always kind of figures these things out first and just baiting the Doctor along. And it's like the Doctor's always so aloof in trying to explore the galaxy, always the child running away from home. And that's just always the downside, the drawback, the weakness of the Doctor when it comes to kind of leaving their people open to sort of things like this. Like, you know, they've been asked to rule Gallifrey before, they've been tried not to, and then it's always just running away. Not responsibility be gone. And this is, I just like, there's some consequence and heaviness brought into this that I absolutely love, and I can't wait to see how they explore it going on into the rest of the season. If they do, if this is something maybe that's going to be a seasons spanning arc, or something we're going to kind of be exploring throughout the season. I like that our companions are asking these questions about the Doctor now and getting to know part of that. Because that was the other thing that was like, it just felt like, I don't know, there was just like an element I thought was missing last season. And I feel like this right now, these first 2 episodes, of this season are, it feels like return to form, but in a fresh, tight, and exciting way. And I can't wait to see where this goes. So that is my thoughts on this. I'm just, can't wait to see where this goes. So I'm going to pass this off to you guys. What did you guys think of this episode? What are your theories on this? I'm not sure if there's anything been stated about this already. I know this came out earlier for some people in theaters to watch this. I missed out on that, avoided that actually, just so I could do this kind of reaction to it when it actually aired, so we can do this. With that being said, I want to know what you guys think. So sound off in the comments. We'll carry on this conversation after the video. If you like this, support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like, we're going to be keeping up with the show going forward. I appreciate you guys all the same. I hope you all enjoyed this. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.